You think you're so smart with your round Earth, your Earth. Oh yeah. Well, I'm here to prove the flat Earth theory in one video. So this is the flat Earth. We got the U.S. and the Russia and the Australia and China and Antarctica. So that's the flat Earth. So you see this? This is the Earth, right? So you know what we flat earthers say about the sun. Sun is tiny. That's the sun, and it only brights up this part of the Earth. And it goes around in a circle, does the same thing. It only does a certain part, and that's how you idiots. That's why you think you're so cool with your rotating sun. Shh, psh. If the Earth was a sphere, then why does gravity happen? All right, let me tell you. The sun, as many of you idiots of the flat Earth Society think, is not a circle. Psh, it's also flat. It's as flat as the Earth. And it's like a flashlight, right? It illuminates only a certain part, as you thought. But like that, like a flashlight, right? And it can't get any farther, so just think of it as a flashlight from now on. The sun is a flashlight, so this is the flashlight sun, and it's trying to brighten up our day or whatever. So we're moving around the flashlight, and then that circle moves around with it too, even though you can't see it right now. And that's the same with all the other planets, like Venus and Australia. So how does gravity work? Well, it's not like you idiots think the gravity's in the middle. No, that's stupid. Clearly the gravity spreads around everywhere. So you see, this is the front of the Earth. There is no back. The back doesn't. It's like a portal, and we're all aliens in the wormhole of life. I mean, wait, crap. Okay, look. There's like a magnet. How do they work? But there is a magnet beneath the Earth, and we're all made of metal and other minerals like that. And iron. We eat iron, right? And then it pulls us down. But we never know. That's why when we jump, we get pulled back down. That's how gravity works. Everything is made of metal. Just in case you didn't know. See, that may look like a normal apple to you. But if you didn't know, it's got metal in it. But you can't taste it because it's cool. And it's got shades on. So, now that you know how gravity works, how do the seasons work? Well, there are always seasons happening. So let's say the Earth is like split up like this, right? And it's not the Earth that rotates, psh, idiot. It's the seasons. So you see this? It's like a rotating plus sign all around the Earth. So let's just say this is winter, this is fall, and this is summer, and this is summer, and it's all rotating, right? And that's how it works. It's all flat. Everything's flat in case you didn't know it. Let me explain this better. I'm sure you may be a little confused, but this is the solar system. So this is Earth, right? And this is the sun. It's right up there, right? It's flat. It's all 2D. This is exactly how everything looks. So that's Australia and Russia and the US down there and stuff. And then over here is Mercury and Uranus and Neptune right there. Pluto, I mean, and then there's other planets and stuff, and they all revolve around the Earth because the Earth is so cool. And then the sun is just like that, right? It's really small that you can't even see it. Ugh. So now you know that. Wait, let me draw Russia there and Australia and stuff. So look, now that you know that, it's kind of obvious now. It's 2D. You know, it's 2D. And there are suns all around the Earth, and stars and stuff. And the Earth is the center of everything. Just like you're the center of everything. Like this is a seat. These are seats, and that's the teacher's chair, so it's all fancy. She's got a refrigerator, and an apple on her desk. No, that's a TV. No. Let's say this is the roof right here, the wall, and then you can see the door in the background over there, and there's just a flat screen TV just sitting right there so the teacher to watch. And she's got a remote right there on the wall. So look, this is you. You're just sitting there on the table like, oh, I love school. I'm a great person. I do school. And this is your classmate, right? And they're like, oh, I'm eating potato chips, and others they're eating potato chips, right? And this person in front It's like, teacher, help me. And they're like, this person right here is eating chips. And the person in the back's like, shut up, man. And you're just sitting there like, I'm more important. And everybody's looking at you and you're all happy because you're the center of attention and you're just radiating sunshine. Everybody is so cool. They're like, wow, you're so cool. And you're just so honest and morality, and you're like, I know. And somebody's got a love letter and stuff. Alright, and they give you the note and you're like, what's up, man? And they're like, please take it. And you're like, fine. Only cause I'm low on paper. And you're just reading it, and like you let it fall down to the ground in the background and stuff. And you're just reading it, and they're just sitting there in the background, looking down the ground with a smile on their face, and then they're holding a butcher's knife. The hell? And they're just walking up to you. It's got like blood over it and stuff, and they got blood on them, all over them. And you're just thinking, why me? And you're just sitting there like, I'm gonna kill you. And you're like, oh god! And you're just sitting there, and they're about to stab you, right? And then they just whisper like, bye or something. And then the knife just comes down and stuff. And you're just sitting there like, oh god! That's a smile, what the hell? And you just wake up and you realize it was all a dream, and then you're an idiot. Yeah, idiot. And then the person in front of you just looks at you with a knife, and they're holding like a love letter or something, and the teacher's just sleeping like an idiot. And then you just leave. You get on like a rocket ship and you leave Earth, right? And then you're on that, right, by the way. You're just walking around your spaceship. It's pretty empty, but it's got like a bunch of stuff everywhere. And you open up like a box. Like your grandfather gave it to you or something. You're trying to get something from in there. And you're like, oops, because you fell in. You're trying to get out, but then it closes on you, and you're like, oh no. So you're living in that box for a bit, you know, just thinking about your life and like what you did wrong. And you start crying and stuff. Forgot the body here. Because you're like trapped in a box and stuff. And you're gonna starve to death and stuff, because you're looking pretty thin in this box. And you notice there's like some ham sandwich in the corner. You're like, I'm not gonna starve to death, yay! So you just, you grab it, and you're gonna take a bite of it and stuff, and like your teeth are there, I guess. And you take a bite, but you realize it's like a brick or something. And you're just sitting there crying, and there's blood coming out of your mouth or something. You shatter your teeth. You're sitting there in the box, just like thinking about your life. There's like a brick in the corner or something, just taunting you for like blood on it or something. And then you realize the box isn't locked, so you get out. And you're like, wow, that was dumb. And then you're like in the kitchen or something, and you're just gathering ingredients and such. And you're holding the real sandwich in your hand. It's got like ham inside it or something. And you take a real bite out of it like a man. Then you realize it's a brick again, and you're bleeding. So you know it's time to go back to school. So you're like all happy about it and stuff. So you're just walking to school, you know. There's a school in the background, I guess. You're still thin, though. I guess everybody else is, too, because I'm lazy. And, somebody walks up to you, and, they're holding a butcher's knife. And you're like, oh, crap. So you're like, peace, bro. You're just walking out of there. I feel like I need Goku hair for this. And, they're just holding the knife, and you're like, ah! And, they turn into some weird monster, and they're just chasing you down. And, you're just tired, and they're here, and they have their butcher's knife still. And just one look at them, then you're gonna die today. There's blood all over their knife and stuff. They got blood on them, too. It's all over them. Like, all over. Oh, this is terrible. This one's better. Pencil. Anyway, it's all over them. And then they stab you, and you die. The end. So all in all, it's because the Earth is flat. And Australia. The end.